Hello, everybody. This is Football Psych, and I'm Coach Mad Mike. It is Large Sarge. All right, baby. Well, this is a show for the NFL. We got so much fun today because you know what? Let's get the clapping out of the way. We have the NFL honors to go over tonight. We got an NFL schedule. It is getting ready to be Super Bowl Sunday here in about 48 hours. Well, we're going to crown a new champion. Confetti's going to fall. A new Lombardi trophy is going to be presented. Guys are actually going to get rings. And I'm telling you, it's going to be an exciting weekend. But before we get to that, ladies and gentlemen, it is a sad, sad day of affairs here because Sonny Jurgensen, the great Hall of Famer, died today. We want to give our tribute to the great Redskin quarterback who just was incredible. Enshrined number 9 is a retired number for the Washington Redskins, and I will tell you, it's just a sad day to hear about that.
Yep, legend passed away, and I'll tell you, Coach. You know, when I was born in '65. And I remember sitting at home with my dad watching Redskins games, and my actual first Redskin game with the Giants, Sonny Jurgensen was playing, and then Billy Kilmer subbed in for him, and we lost that game. But so I remember Jurgensen very well, and then I remember watching, you know, when he retired in '74, he was very prominent on the radio. But let's go over this guy's record just a little bit here.
Let's do it.
18 seasons in the NFL. He started with the Eagles. In 61, he set the then NFL record, 3,723 pass yards and 32 TDs. That record stayed unbelievably with the Eagles until 2017. That is how long. Wait, 40, 60 years. He held
Let's be fair about it. Let's be fair about it. Back then, they only played 12 games. Now we play 17. But not a hard record to beat when you got 5 more games to do it in.
Yeah, and he still held it, right? He led the NFL in passing in 66, 67, and 69. He led the NFL in passing touchdowns in 67. Led the NFL in passing percentage in 70. Named as a member of the 60s All-Decade team. He totaled 24, 33 incompletions, 32, 244 passing yards, 225 touchdowns, 5 3,000-yard seasons. I think he had 5 400-yard games. But maybe more important to the Washington, and you know, we do the Commanders channel here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe more important than his legacy in the NFL. And of course, he's a Hall of Fame member, right? Never won a Super Bowl, right? But more important to the Washington legacy, the Redskins legacy, he had a 38-year broadcasting career here. And I had many occasions to hear him on all of his shows that he contributed to. And he was just a legacy. Now, we all know Sonny and Billy had a reputation for, you know.
Yeah, a little bit.
They were a party crew. But as Sonny aged on, you know, he quit drinking. But there are so many stories, and I listened to radio all day for all the tributes coming in and all the things that he did for kids, all the things he did for people in the sport. And I was just, man, I sat here and I cried a little bit. I was like, he was a true sportsman, and not just for other people, but for kids. Some of the stories that I heard today for people, what they, I don't want to relate it because we got a show to do, but that just touched me right in the heart about how he touched people with football. This was before all the bling bling and the money and everything, that he was just a true, real person, and that he just shared himself and the sport with people. He was just open and true and just an amazing amazing guy. Man, what a loss. I can't believe he made it that long. I mean, what a life. What a life this guy had, right?
Yep.
And
I'll tell you, I think he actually won a championship. You know, it was before we had a Super Bowl, but he did win an NFL championship before it was actually called a Super Bowl, I believe. Because the Commanders had won 2 championships prior to the Lombardi Super Bowl era.
yeah.
And I think he quarterbacked one of those. And so
look.
he is a champion,
Yeah.
an NFL champion.
Now, the funny thing is, a lot of people don't know that his relationship with Vince Lombardi, who's largely regarded as the best coach in NFL history. And a lot of people don't know that Vince Lombardi actually coached the Redskins.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did for a year or 2.
And Vince Lombardi is quoted as saying Sonny Jurgensen was the best quarterback he'd ever seen in his life.
Really?
Yes. Unquote. You can look it up. And Vince Lombardi said, if Sonny Jurgensen had been the quarterback with the Packers would have never lost a championship. That's from Vince Lombardi. Sonny Jurgensen is known as the best pure passer that has ever been in the game. And most people will state that Sonny Jurgensen, like a lot of quarterbacks these days, throw a spiral, but Sonny Jurgensen is known as the epitome of the spiral pass. And a lot of quarterbacks these days throw the ball well, but it's high, it's low, it's forward, it's back. Sonny Jurgensen was known through the league to put the ball in the zone, but here and here, like money, like it was crazy, like unbelievable. Like he never put it low, he never put it high, he put it here in a perfect spiral. That's what he was known for.
That makes a lot of receivers happy. So I did just look it up. He won the championship in 1960. So like the Super Bowl wasn't a thing then, right? But he did win an NFL championship in 1960 when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles, because the Eagles won the 1960 championship, NFL championship. And but he actually was not the starting quarterback then. He was the holder. He was a backup, so he was the holder. So, but he went in and held during extra points and field goals.
Yeah.
But you know, he's a champion.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
It is crazy.
So this guy, you know, he'd fall out of the limo on the league, half drunk, drinking beers. He had a pot belly. He used to say that was his handicap, because if he didn't have the pot belly, he'd be too good. That was his misnomer. You know, his pot belly was his handicap, because if he didn't have it, no one, you know, it would be unfair.
That made you love him even more, didn't it?
Yep. So we have a video clip for you all. We just got to show it, because, you know, there are trick plays. We've seen a lot of the, you know, the push passes and the things, but you've never seen this, and this was from 1961.
Peter, I feel like we need a graphic when we open up the NFL Films Vault. Whoosh, 1961, Sonny Jurgensen.
Whoa!
No!
Did it! Sonny did it! Look at him! Did it! Sonny's done it! I stand corrected. I thought no one's done it in a game. Sonny Jurgensen just pulled it off at 61. This is incredible. Okay, wait.
The fact that you knew.
No!
There's no way. Get Shaq.
No, that's sick.
It's at Soldier Field.
Who'd they play? What?
It was against the College All-Stars.
That's cool in itself.
The Eagles.
College Holmes, you got to one-up them.
Now, we've seen a lot of passes, shovel passes, all kinds of push forwards. When's the last time you've seen that, Coach?
I tell you, we think like that's the modern era of football, but you just proved it. That goes back to 1961, and thank you for Good Morning Football for producing that clip. We want to give them credit for the video, for putting that out there. But like, it was like, wow, I never knew Sonny Jurgensen did that. That's cool, man.
He was the man. And look at the man's helmet. This is in the air. Look, there's no padding. There's no microphone in the helmet.
No.
Look, there's no knee pads. I mean, this is back in the, Sonny Jerkins is quoted as like telling his offensive line, just give me 4 seconds. That's all I need from you guys.
That helmet doesn't even look like it fits him properly.
No, not at all. He's
like he just pulled that out of a Foot Locker and just threw it on his head.
Yep. Just give me 4 seconds, guys. That's all I need. Give
me 4 seconds.
And he was like, I don't run. I can't run. I got a pot belly. I'm not running. Give me 4 seconds in the pocket, and I got you.
The real true pocket passer.
Yep.
Mainly because I don't want to run.
Yep. Can't do it. He did.
Hall of Famer.
Yep.
It shows you it works, bro. Oh my gosh, you gotta love that stuff, man. All right, moving on. NFL schedule. As y'all know, if you don't, well, you're in the wrong place. Like, I don't even know why you're watching an NFL show if you don't know the Super Bowl's this Sunday. So it's this Sunday, Patriots Seahawks. Should be a good game. That will be followed by the NFL Combine. Guys basically got most people around the league, they kind of reset. They might take 4 or 5 days off, but before you know it, like they are in full up NFL Combine mode. Everybody heads to Indianapolis to go watch the top 360 some candidates that have all got invites to go. And so that evaluation process begins then. Then,
Coach,
go ahead.
Are we going to do a live cast on the Combine, like on the quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers? Are we going to do a live cast on that?
Hey, if you guys want that, like put that in the comment sections of the video. We would like to know if you're interested in that, like, because we can kind of go ahead and do some live casting on that. The problem with the Combine is it's like pretty much all day during the day. And so it's kind of hard because I work to do that. But like we could do some recap live streams and stuff and do some highlights of who are the stands out and give our analysis on that. And we love to have your guys' comments too. So it sounds like a great idea. March 9th, the free agency period begins for negotiation. And the new league year starts on the 11th, where a lot of those contracts that are negotiated between the 9th and the 11th go active. Plus, you could expect those that are players from around the league that are already projected to be cut. Well, they'll be officially cut on March 11th, and salary caps will be adjusted. And then we get to the NFL draft in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the 23rd through the 25th of April.
It's going to be a good one. Can't wait to see what happens in this draft. This is going to be interesting.
Every draft is interesting.
It's one of my favorite times of the year. It's not obvious. Like 2 years ago, all the quarterbacks were in there. It was pretty. I mean, this one is not obvious.
You thought last year was
number
obvious?
One is. This one is not so obvious. This one is interesting. I can't wait to see all the teams trading up and all the stuff going on. I think it's going to be interesting.
Okay. Well, moving on. Again, what we said is the Super Bowl is this coming weekend. Halftime show is Bad Bunny. All right. On that particular note, we are doing these videos Monday through Friday. They are pre-taped, except for the one on Monday, which is the Commanders Edition, which is live stream. We do not have a problem with doing an NFL show live stream, but we need to know from you guys if that's what you want. Put your comments in the comment section. If you say, hey, guys, making a live stream, guess what? We'll start making a live stream. But we're not going to make it a live stream if you don't want it. So if this time does not work for you for the live stream, then don't comment. But if you're just like, oh, I'd love to be able to watch a show at 7 p.m. Eastern time every day, we'll do it.
Yep.
All right. So for those of you who might not know, the NFL Honors was last night. It was put on NFL Network as well as NFL Plus. Yes. Before we get into the honorees, you made a comment to me about this thing, and I will tell you, when you mentioned it to me, you were so right. What was your comment that you told me yesterday?
So, overwhelmingly, what I noticed about the honors ceremony was the amount of praise and love given to God and Jesus Christ by everyone.
Amen.
Amen to that. I was actually taken a bit aback. Like, and not just to our Lord and Savior, but to families and the support of their. Now that's always there, but first and foremost was to God and to Jesus Christ. And I was like, and there was no shame in it. No shame. It was out there and it was applauded. And I was like,
you don't get that. And when you see like the Grammys,
no,
you don't get that when you look at like
Oh,
music
Lord, no.
awards.
Oh, Lord, no.
You don't get that when anything that has, secular society in the entertainment industry, for it to be so professionally done,
Yep.
to give praise to Jesus, to share your faith. I call it the 3 F's, faith, family, and football.
Yep.
Like that's what tonight or last night was all about. Faith, family, football.
Yeah, it was 100% that way. And you know what was completely missing?
What was missing?
My number 2 point. Politics.
No politics. That's what made it great. Screw politics, man. Nobody wants to listen to that mess. Everybody was out there. It was all about faith, family, and football.
Now, who was the guy who was a comedian who was the MC?
Not really. I don't really remember
his name. Some of the comedy was a bit risque. A bit biting, like the Chicago Pope.
Yeah.
I had me laughing. Some of the digs were pretty harsh.
Yeah. They had some harsh. And they dropped a few curse words here and there.
Yeah. I was like,
but you're gonna get with football players anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you had kids watching, you had kids in the audience.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a little bit on the risque side on the comedy thing, but okay. All
right. So
by the way, it was my very first time watching the honors, thanks to you, Coach. It was my very first ever time watching the honors.
I will tell you, I actually really enjoyed it. There's past ones I didn't really enjoy that much, but this one I did enjoy because, to your comment, it was very clearly about faith, family, and football. Past ones aren't really like that, right?
Really?
So, like, it's it kind of changes up, and there's times where things, I guess, are so like, that's a no, you can't do that kind of thing, and then there's other times where people just do it anyway, right?
Wait a minute. So past ones weren't like that?
No. They're not always like that. I really enjoyed this one. This one, it was clearly faith, family, and football. Before it seemed like other guys in the past, is more like arrogant speaking. Hey, this is what I did, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes they would give a little bit of credit to their family and a little bit of credit to their teammates. But it was like, yo, man, I did this. And it was kind of a little bit more gangster-like. And I didn't really like that.
Wow.
They really cleaned this show up a lot. I thought it was very professionally done. The way that they honored the Hall of Famers, I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
But let's get into it a little bit. Bobby Wagner was named Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Yeah.
And gave a really good speech. Another faith-based speech in there.
Yeah, and the way he honored his mother. I mean,
the way he honored his mother, like I didn't know that about his mother. She passed away in 2009, and he just really, really honored and gave a lot of respect to his father too, because he recognized that, he went through a lot during that period too, and was his support chain. And, you and I are both Commanders fans, even though this is the NFL show. Obviously, we have a Commanders live stream on Monday.
Yep.
And I was just like, maybe he's done, but now after listening to this, I'm like, no, man, give me one more year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's in.
Give me one more year, man.
Yeah, he's in.
So, all right. Well, the AP Coach of the Year.
I agree. There was listen. Any one of the coaches they listed could have made it. I don't disagree with this choice. I don't disagree with it. He's in the Super Bowl.
I mean, I agree too. Like the reason why I really like Mike Vrabel is because of the shoes he had to fill.
Yeah.
Right? It is not easy to follow somebody who's won 6 Super Bowls with this team in the greatest dynasty that's probably ever hit football.
Yep.
He gets fired, you come in. Tom Brady's been long gone.
Yep.
Everybody else who won those championships, the majority of them have been long gone. And now you're like really rebuilding a program, and you work them all the way back to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dude, you got Coach of the Year.
Yeah,
man.
1 year turnaround, pretty much. 1 year turnaround.
Absolutely incredible to go from a 4-13 season to a 13-4 season. You flipped the script on that.
Yep.
Wow.
The other coaches also had similar scripts, but I don't disagree. I don't disagree with the choice. I can't.
No, I don't at all. I think Mike Vrabel 100% deserves that.
Yeah,
and as much as nobody really wants to see another dynasty in New England for a little while, but you got to respect what he's doing.
They're going to lose, but okay.
You think they're going to
lose? Let's see. But yeah,
I think it's a coin toss, man. But we'll see. Anyway, so the name I can never pronounce, Jackson Smith, Ninja, Big Buzz,
JSN. Just say JSN. But the guy that gave the award, because he wasn't there, screwed his name up. It's Njigba.
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 I would screw it up too. I would have been like, no, man, I can't be your announcer.
Incorrectly. I was so embarrassed for the guy. That was the worst offense. But
the number one rule, if you're going to announce somebody, get their name right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you're going to announce a name during the draft, get their name right.
Exactly.
It's not Favre.
Yeah, Favre.
Right? It's Favre. Remember that? Yeah, I do remember. That's the reason why I bring it up.
Favre. Oh my God.
Like make sure you get the name right.
But
right? And I know this was a tough one.
He was trying to make up for it by being a little funny with it, but it wasn't funny. It's Njigba. And everyone got it right during the year. Come on, dude. Get his name right. You know what I mean? But yeah, this man clearly deserved that award. I think that was a good pick.
The dude lit it up, man. And he's going to light it up on Super Bowl Sunday too, man, because I'm telling you, like he's the number one target, clearly.
Coach, I don't know, because they're going to triple cover his butt. Matter of fact, I think he's going to get. I think there's going to be. I think the Patriots are going to focus so hard on him. There's going to be some picks by the Patriots.
Hey, so everybody sees what number he's wearing. There's 12 men on the field. You need that number of people to cover this guy.
Yes, for sure.
Covering him.
For sure. Yes, that's right.
All right, the comeback player of the year. Christian McCaffrey, after his injury, he came back to his old dominant self again.
I get it. I was like, I'm a lion.
People could have got this.
Yeah, I don't know that was the best pick for this one. I think there were some other guys. Maybe.
Yeah, you mentioned Hutchinson.
Hutchinson, I think, had a more severe injury than he did, but who can't like McCaffrey? You know what I mean?
One is the injury, but two is like how dominant were you when you came back from an injury?
Hard to say Hutchinson wasn't dominant this year.
I know. I think if Hutchinson was the guy we were looking at on the screen right now, neither one of us would have a problem with it.
No.
Right?
Again, another tough award to pick. McCaffrey had a great year.
Yeah.
Good on him.
So, offensive rookie of the year, Tatario McMillan. Guy was picked by Carolina 8th overall in the 2025 draft.
Yeah, it's Teria Toa.
Tatario Tora.
Yeah. I think that's a great selection. That guy had a monster year.
It's Tatario.
Mm-hmm. He had a monster year.
Yeah. So he did 70 receptions, 1,014 yards and 7 touchdowns. And I will tell you, 70 receptions, ranked third among all rookies. But he set a Panthers rookie record for yards, and he was number one amongst all rookies. And he also was ranked number one among rookies in touchdowns. And his 27 receptions of 16 plus yards led all rookies too. So like, you want a good metric of whether or not somebody's going to win an award or not, see how many categories they led in.
Yeah.
And that's going to tell you pretty much.
That was a good class of people that was there. All of that class of the finalists were good, like really good.
So I will tell you, when he was drafted 8th overall in the 2025 draft this past year, like I was just like, oh, he went high. I actually thought he went high. I didn't have him going that high. I thought he was like 15 to 20 range. I did not see him initially as a top 10 pick, but good on him. Carolina just was like, nope, we'll take him. Thank you.
He had a good quarterback. It lit him up.
And the defensive rookie of the year. This one here is really, really good. Carson Schlesinger, Cleveland's. He was the first pick of the second round.
Yep.
That means every team passed on him in the first round. And Cleveland had the first pick of the second round, snatched him. He became defensive rookie of the year. Look at the categories that he led. 156 tackles, total tackles.
Easy.
First among rookies. 67 solo tackles, first among rookies. 11 tackles for a loss, which is one of my favorite stats, by the way. Because to me, a TFL is the same thing as a sack to me.
Yeah.
Right? And first in the NFL. Plus he had 2.5 sacks. Plus he had 2 interceptions, which was tied second of the entire rookie class. He's a linebacker. He beat out every corner. He beat out just about every safety. Like, he tied second of interceptions as a linebacker.
Yep.
Then he had three passes defended and 9 quarterback hits.
Brown's got 2 awards here on defense. I mean, this is huge. And there were a lot of good defensive players in this class. I mean,
I remember the first time I watched him play, he was kind of lighting up out there. I'm like, who the flip is that dude? Because I'm sorry, I was not tracking this dude at all.
Oh, no.
Until he started playing. And then I'm watching some of his game. I'm like, who is number 49?
Yeah.
Like, this dude's legit.
Yeah, he is. He's very legit.
All right. Assistant coach of the year, Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
I threw his thing up here because, he's going to be playing in the Super Bowl. And I think something around the league I think is somewhat disingenuous is when they fill every single head coaching job before the Super Bowl is done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because he can't really be hired. And now he's going to come out of this and all the head coaching jobs are hired. That being said, I put his resume up here because he's been a head coach twice before.
Mm-hmm.
Once with the Raiders and once with the Broncos. Typically in the NFL, you get 2 head coaching shots. So maybe he's done. But when you get assistant coach of the year, people start asking the question, why isn't this guy a head coach?
Right.
Well, it's because he was a head coach twice before, right? So he's going to stay in New England. He's going to keep working at it. But I wouldn't be surprised if at the record he's going and lessons that he's learned along the way, if he isn't one of those coaches that gets a third shot at a head coaching gig.
Yeah,
at some point.
Especially if they win.
Yeah, I mean,
if they win, his star
rises.
Look at
his record already. When he was an assistant coach from 2001, 2005, he won 3 Super Bowls. Look a little bit further up when he was offensive coordinator with the Patriots from 2012 to 2021. He won 3 more Super Bowls. This guy has 6 Super Bowl rings. If he gets one now with the Patriots, that will be his 7th Super Bowl ring.
That might be the most for an assistant ever.
I think it will be. So,
wow, think about that.
And the guy has a jewelry collection.
Yes. Whew, my Lord, yes.
Very expensive jewelry collection.
Yep.
All right. The protector of the year.
I love this award. I don't think linemen get enough love when this came up. And I heard, because it's the first time, and I was like, this is the first award that linemen ever got. I was like, what? How stupid that the NFL never chose this category. How dumb of the NFL. They finally decided to award the linemen who do the work. I was like, yeah, because I'm Lord Sarge. Yeah. I was totally into this. And Dooney was a great choice.
Yeah, he really was. And I will tell you one thing I think that's pretty impressive about that is not only did he shine out of everybody across the NFL to be that lineman. I mean, PPF had him graded like insanely. But I will tell you the Chicago Bears are getting dangerous because not only him, but his entire offensive line are under contract for this next year. So, nobody's moving on. This whole offensive line is staying intact for Caleb Williams this next year. So, that's rare in the National Football League. And so he's going to have his whole supporting cast around him. That offensive line is going to be, insane.
Coach, why don't they have defensive lineman of the year?
They do. They do. It's not, and they actually had this award before. They just called it the offensive lineman MVP. It was one of those awards that just wasn't highlighted. So there are for everyone that you see on the show, There is a number of awards that you don't see on the show.
Okay.
Because they'll have things like who's kicker of the year, who's punter of the year, who's linebacker of the year, who's DB of the year. Like they won't show all of those, right? Who's tight end of the year, who's offensive, who's
I didn't
defensive.
know that. I didn't know that.
Well,
I had no idea.
But like they did, like a lot of those are awarded behind the scenes. They don't hit prime time, but people in the NFL know who got them, and people know about them.
Is there a place where you can go where you can look that up?
Yeah, you can look it up. You can Google it and find it. But those awards are out there, and you can go back to previous years and see that. But like this is the first time that they really highlighted, to your point, and I think this is the first time they called it that. Like they never called it Protector of the Year before. It was usually before it was just like Offensive Lineman MVP, right? So I'm glad that they kind of put in the limelight. To your point, like they don't, sometimes you'll get a running back or a quarterback, they'll give some love to the offensive line. Hey, I couldn't do what I do without an offensive line. You hear some commentators talk about it. But in prime time to give somebody recognition and to call it Protector of the Year, I love it.
Yeah.
I love
why
it.
don't they have running back of the year?
They do. They have all those awards.
Yeah, but why isn't it highlighted?
They have such a small window of time to like honor everybody, get out the draft class and stuff like that. They just can't do everything, right?
Less comedy and more awards. That's what I say. Less comedy and more awards.
Yeah.
They probably wasted a half an hour on skits,
and then they had like people singing, and they had all this other kind. Let's try to make it entertaining.
And let's get to some awards. Let's show these guys some love.
Yeah, they got all those awards out there, right? And you can see the complete list, but typically on the awards, they just pick like the top 7 or 8 awards that they just kind of want to highlight. And this is the first time that they highlight Protector of the Year.
Wow.
All right, so we did have the induction of the 2026. I mean, they'll actually be inducted and actually get their bust in Canton during the first preseason game, as they always do, which is the Hall of Fame game that they always do, this kickoff preseason. And that's when they'll get their bus. That's when they'll make their speeches. But the class was actually announced. I will tell you, this is an incredibly good pro football Hall of Fame class. I mean, every one of these guys, it's very, very clear. Like, this is our era, dude. Like, we know all these guys.
Absolutely.
We've seen all these guys play.
Yep.
Like, to see Larry Fitzgerald in there, like, that dude had all kinds of quarterbacks, but, like, he completely always stood out in Arizona. Like, every team worried about him. Like, because people were just like, hey, Arizona, only one dude you got to worry about there, Larry Fitzgerald. And they would double and triple team him. It didn't matter.
Yep.
It was
Kurt Warner thrown to him. It was a disaster.
Yeah, the greatest show on turf and all that stuff. It was like insane. Kurt Warner, I don't know if Kurt Warner becomes Kurt Warner without Larry Fitzgerald.
No.
Because, the dude played freaking like arena football, and he came into it, and like he was a long shot to make the squad to begin with. He gets his opportunity, and, he needed people around him to make plays happen. Luke Kuechly, oh my gosh, you want to talk about a freaking guy who's just a terror.
Absolutely.
Like, I would not want to meet that dude on a football field.
Nope. No way in hell.
That dude will crush your soul.
Yep.
On a football field.
Yep.
Adam Vinatieri was one of those kickers. Like, he's got like a gazillion Super Bowl rings and stuff like that. But he also just, I think the real number is like 4. But the dude hit forever. And the guy is just like one of those long-standing, like, legendary kickers. Like, kickers don't get a lot of love either. But
the highest scoring kicker in NFL history.
That's right. I mean, and I'm a little bit more old school. Like, I remember Roger Craig back in our Joe Montana days, what he would do. That dude was the complete ultimate epitome of like the complete roundabout running back. He's the first running back that I think in NFL history that was just like the complete back who also would catch balls out of the backfield, was so freaking dangerous, so elusive. Like, he could do anything.
Yep.
That guy could probably just about, you could probably throw him in whiteout and he would come down with balls, right? Like, you can do anything.
Yeah, he was awesome.
And Drew Brees, I mean, do we need to really say much about Drew Brees?
Legend.
I mean, brings New Orleans their first Super Bowl after Hurricane Katrina. The dude is just absolutely like he should have had like about at least 3 or 4 more rings, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like just lit it up all the time. Brought his one thing about him, he brought his 4 daughters up on stage. Y'all look about the same age. I don't know.
No. That was Stafford.
Oh, that was Stafford. Yeah, but no, Drew Brees. Oh, that's right. Drew Brees just came out with the class. But no, but Drew Brees was just, yeah, he just
great pick for the class, man.
So talking about that, I did not make a slide on Matthew Stafford, but we gotta acknowledge him. I mean,
my boy Stafford. I've been a fan of Stafford for I don't know how long.
NFL MVP, and why I did not make a slide on the NFL MVP, I think I just ran out of time, and I knew I was thinking about it. But Matt Stafford, for those who are watching or didn't watch, he got the National Football League's most valuable player, very deserving. And I will tell you, just
I only have one criticism.
He didn't bring his wife on stage.
He didn't bring his wife on stage. Why?
He had his 3 daughters up there.
4 daughters.
I mean, 4 daughters. That's right, 4 daughters up there. And so all these nice little beautiful little ladies up on stage, but Mama was sitting down. But I ain't going to go up there and stand up there.
He dropped the bombshell everyone's been talking about. You know what that is?
Coming back.
I love you, Sean McVay. I love you, and I will see you next year.
That's right.
I love this team. I'm coming back at 38 years old. He's playing next year.
And you know what? He had teammates that were there in that audience, and they stood up and gave him a round of applause when he said that.
Yeah.
Like his teammates desperately want him back another year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I even think, I don't even know if McVay knew that before he said it.
I don't think so.
So really cool moment.
Didn't look like it.
Sure didn't, did it?
It looked like surprise.
But anyway, guys, that is our show for tonight. I will tell you, make sure you place your comments in the comment section. Make sure you like this. Hey, if you like this video so much, make sure you share it with a buddy. Hey, we are also on Facebook. We are also on Instagram. We are also on X. Go there, check us out. Go ahead and subscribe over there too. If you like this content or you want to see something else, hey, you make sure you just put your comments out there. We accept them all. We love you guys. Thank you for watching. This is Football Psych, baby. And we are out of here.